Hello, and welcome to a new episode with your host, Vinney Chopra. I'm so excited to have you here as we dive deep into the world of real estate investing, syndications, abundance mindset, and building generational wealth. We are excited to be in the top 1.5% of the real estate podcasts. Got number 11 actually out of top 50 real estate syndication podcasts. Thanks to you. Each episode, we bring powerful insights, expert guests, and actionable strategies to help you take your investing game to the next level. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just getting started, if you love what you hear, please take a moment to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media so that we can never miss an episode. Your support helps us continue sharing valuable content with more people like you. Now let's jump into today's episode. Thank you.
Morning. So good to have you guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. We're going to make the best year ever. And it starts from this week, right? By building some good, solid foundation and making sure that we are able to set some BHAG. Actually, one of my posts was big, hairy, audacious goals in the book Built to Last book. It talks about that and so forth. But let's just talk about what should we talk as we start this year. What's fixing to happen with the economy? Anybody wants to take a stab at it? I just had a luncheon with my friends today, and we are thinking stock market is going to crash in about 2 to 3 months. It's going to crash 20%. Easy. Yeah.
I have also heard the same thing, May or June.
Did you? Yeah. And the way everything is just blowing up and a lot more debt is getting piled up with the AIs. All these companies are saying we're going to put so many billions in AI and everything without counting how they're going to bring all that. It's all debt. And that debt is really then one video I just watched, and I was sharing with over there at the luncheon. And this person, I really watch him a lot. He's a good stock picker. And he was sharing that 40, I know we are recording this. Again, I'm just saying what I heard. I want to qualify. And it's for only entertainment purposes, what we discuss in our mastermind, educational purposes. So nothing to be construed as advice or anything. But they were saying that we are printing money right now. We are not telling. Brother Franco, hold on. Maybe you might know. I heard some number, $40 billion number. Billion a week or a month. I don't know.
Printing?
I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and check it out because they showed what is happening right now. Nobody's talking about, and they are able to bring so much money into small amounts so that nobody's noticing it. But that is going to bring down the power of dollar anyway. But they're just printing it and then borrowing it or something. He was trying to explain all that anyway. But again, what will happen to real estate? That's what we should talk about today, maybe. What do you think?
You mean how it's going to affect values on real estate?
Values, and also how it's going to help us in finding deals or not finding deals, all that, right? Yeah.
I think you guys are aware what the Trump administration is trying to prevent corporations purchasing single-family homes, because that has been really a reason why younger people cannot afford homes. And they're saying these corporations, they don't live in the homes. Single-family homes were created specifically for families to live in. And so what they're trying to do, and what that tells me, that the home prices are going to go down. That means that the crash is coming. They've been talking about it. As we know, Florida, take 4 years ago, homes were overpriced. Builders were building. There's too much inventory now. Homes that were 600,000, now it's 280,000, 290. People are selling a lot of it, even contracts for deed, owner financing. They're doing everything and anything because the insurance is expensive. Taxes are expensive, and a lot of people just can't afford it. Many struggle with jobs. People that are not investors, people that I actually know quite a lot of people that did financially great. They used to make between 5 to 10 million a year. Now they're struggling. There's no business. Like all these construction workers, roofers, window, they're like seasonal workers. They don't have money coming in. And guess what? That's millions of people who are not having the same amount of money that's coming in.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why Airbnb business has been not as successful as it was previously. Now you've got all these homes, a lot of inventory. I'm talking about Florida specifically. That's what I've been seeing.
Right. Yeah, brother Pramod is over there in the Chicago area,
Okay.
and he's done very well with
Yeah.
Airbnbs,
Yeah, but
and it's near
I
to.
can also yeah, I think I would agree with Hela. This year, though, this is the low season, anyways, just after the New Year or the Christmas, so lot less travel in January. So normal, typically January, February is a low season here in Chicago
Those
as well.
season.
But I see that it's overall the bookings are low and yeah, a lot of vacancies. Other than that, I think overall in general housing market, the Fed is cutting down on the interest. So that means that there is going to be either a correction or in the market will be softer as far as real estate is concerned. So we definitely will see the house prices going down. Not sure how much, at least in Chicago, because it is all driven by the geographical location to location.
Yeah.
Chicago is a very weird market. You cannot compare it with California or Florida, even though it's one of the major metropolitan. But here the housing is driven completely differently. I don't know how, but I see that there'll be little softness. It won't be a crash, is what I think. Time.
Yeah.
Like a
It
correction.
wouldn't be as bad as 2008, like we
Right.
had 2009 and those. But I think right now, you're right. It's just the interest rates and insurance. I think
Yeah.
it's a debacle of those two. If the interest
Yep.
rates come down a little bit, I know we used to buy 3.5, 3.6, 3.9. Then I bought multifamily at 5.8 also way back when, and
Correct.
6.25. So if the numbers can come up to 6, 7, I think that's where it's going to stay, right, Franco? Do you think that way?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just a lot of moving parts. They brought up the administration and they just took over Venezuela. So how's the oil prices going to affect inflation? At the same time, is the employment going to drop enough to where the Fed says, okay, inflation's down, oil is down, price of goods are down enough for us to lower the rates and then try to rescue the housing? And there are still a significant amount of homes with 2%, 3%. So I might let my credit cards go or my car go, but I'm not going to not pay my house that has a bunch of equity. But that 10% correction, I don't think will veer people into that 2008 world where they say, forget the home. And like you mentioned, depending on where you're at too, right? Orange County.
Yep.
I'm doing purchase loans right now and the values are still there today. What's it going to be in 6 months? I don't know. We didn't know COVID was going to happen. So what's the next thing? But it's really interesting. But yeah, the magic number is 4. If they can get the rates to 4, that's when things start moving. I noticed it on the way up, when the rate's on the way up, if they can bring it down to 4, but it's tough because they keep lowering the rates. But then the bonds aren't going down either. So then your treasuries and all that, it's not happening. So the feds are talking about quantitative easing, which is they would start, instead of tightening, which is what they did the last couple of years, they would ease, but then that goes into the debt thing. So how much are they going to take on to try to bring the rates down? There's a lot of working parts, but something at the end of the day, something's got to give. We can't stay the course we're at right now.
Yeah. And Minnesota is very different. I do a lot of real estate in Minnesota. Things are selling very quickly here and the prices are stable. But again, it's usually starts with Florida and then the rest of the country kind of follows. But Florida was never stable, as it's always up and down. So it's a little bit risky to invest there. But yeah, Minnesota, Chicago, maybe your area is a little bit better as well, Vinny. You're in California, so
Northern
I'm sure.
California, and
Yeah.
brother Franco is in South Orange County, which is
Orange County,
also
yep.
very affluent. You're right. I wanted to Thank you so much for all these comments and everything. It's very important that we set the stage right. So today's presentation, we always have done that. I do want to start and say thank you for coming and everything. And it's just for disclaimer for educational purposes only. Please consult your attorney, financial advisor, CPA for legal matters. This is only for entertainment, educational, and mindset, abundance mindset, growth, positivity, all that stuff. But then I asked ChatGPT, I use, oh my gosh, what's going on here? There we go. And also Gemini. I love Gemini. And so I asked them, let's say course title from vision to victory for all of us, right? What should we be talking every week? So, mastering syndication, raising capital, and building scalable real estate wealth. And maybe we could do module after module if you are like. So, it will be up to us. I should go back here. Mindset and mastery for syndication success, capital raisers mindset, why the confidence is there, what does it mean about abundance thinking when we are raising, the resilience matter more than the spreadsheet, then overcome limiting beliefs, breaking the I can raise money myth. We can discuss those chapters and then adopting a leadership role, seeing yourself as a steward of investor capital, and then daily high performance habits, networking, learning, keeping high energy, and then long term vision, thinking 3 to 5 year exit, blah, blah, blah. So that could be one model. I'm just going to go over and then we can see how we want to do it. Foundation of syndication, how it works, going back to basics, who's involved, why it's a win win situation, roles and responsibilities of the general partner, limited partner, legal terms, teams, property managers, legal and compliance essentials, understanding SEC regulations. So we could really spend some good solid time learning and observing and implementing, then building credibility before you have the track record during partnerships, positioning, raising capital ethically, investor trust building strategies, and then underwriting, huge one, huge. That's like a pro, understanding the numbers, the NOI, cap rate, IRR, equity multiples, conservative versus aggressive projections, how to balance the two, why under promising and best marketing over delivering, stress testing the deal, how to prepare for the market downturns, analyzing the rent growth, expenses, financing terms, all of them. Then again, sample underwriting walkthroughs and all that. We could do it together and all. Then module 4, finding the best commercial assets. That's a big one. Selecting the right asset class, where we are going, then identifying the value add opportunities, why we should buy, and market selection strategies. And so this way we'll have some meat in every session. What do you think? Huh?
That's incredible, Vinny.
I think this way we'll be focused. And then, of course, we'll give some half an hour towards the end for case studies. People are bringing their deals we can talk about and all. But if you're like that, then I'll start preparing some PowerPoints and things, and we'll all work together as a classroom, as a mastermind. So raising capital with confidence, because it's all about finding the deals and having the money. That's the two things together. And we are home run. We have home run. But after we get the deal, then we talk about value add execution, the asset management, the renovations, the rebranding, the operational efficiency. We could dig deeper into then the management side, how to manage the third party or maybe managing yourself, all that. And then exit strategies, very important. So we can discuss 1 or 2 sessions of exit strategy, what we'll do in 5 years with the product and everything. So do you like that? Huh? What do you think?
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
So we can start doing that. I think that'll be tremendous. And this will also give us some time to rethink with all the things happening in our around us, to be able to really get focused into what product we want to get. In commercial, of course, apartments are there. There are low hanging fruits, and then there are hotels, there are senior livings, there are car washes. One of my friend, my partner, he says, we need truck stops. They're making money like crazy. So I had 2, 3 proposals given to me 4 years back, if I remember correctly. But again, if we find a good spot, good location, so all those things can be possible. Okay, I'll give it to you all. Huh?
One of the things I was just thinking about, Vinny, what potential impact AI might have on these choices and decisions we might.
So true, so true. I think the AI, I'm just saying top of my head,
Mhm.
so important that we can just put some good prompts and AI will give us answers like nobody's business. And I'm liking actually Grok is very detailed, which is with Twitter or X. The other one is Gemini. I have gotten Gemini now because of my Google accounts and all. So ChatGPT's gone down a little bit in my book somehow, but now the Gemini has gone up because it can do very nice things together. So AI, just like you said, Brother Darrell, you bet. I think it's going to make our job much easier in
Mhm.
screening, in putting filters, in
Mhm.
getting the information so that we can make better decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So AI will help us in finding investors. It will help us in CRMs. It will help us in finding the right brokers. We could ask the AI to give you the whole broker, their websites, their phone numbers, and email addresses in a tabular form, in Excel form. And within seconds, it puts it together. Seconds. It's just mind blowing. So
Yeah.
you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm concerned about some of the projections that you hear about how AI is going to probably 10 to 15% of the workplace places and jobs and what have you might not be here in the next 5 years. And that might sound pretty extreme, but that's some of the projections I've heard
You
based on
know, it is
podcasts I've
happening.
listened to.
Already happening.
You're right.
Mhm.
It's already happening, brother. I know some friends where they are finding in their company, they are trimming people already
Mhm.
because AI is
Mhm.
able to bring the productivity of the other employees at a much higher speed because they could get their work done faster. So they're able to take more on it. You're right. Yes. That's so true.
Mhm.
So true. So it is
Mhm.
happening. You're right. And it's not going to be catastrophic, but people will need to know AI because that's what is going to make them better and better. And they're also going to give golden handshakes, golden or silver, right? Handshakes so that they could get people, lesser people.
So you're saying, so Vinny, you're comparing AI to, let's say, banking in the calculator back in the day, right? Or back in the day, right, when you did banking, you actually
Mm,
had people in a basement writing everything down, every transaction for the day, and there were ledgers, right? And then you had
mm,
computers and calculators speed everything up, right? You're
mhm.
saying that it's going to be similar to that. Where I find the curious part is that AI seems to be developing so much faster. It's such an exponential growth that are we going to have the capacity to have that new job creation in time? Does that make sense? Like
Ah,
back in the day, the technology was like
sites.
slow
Mm,
moving. And then now it
mhm,
seems like AI is going so quick that it will replace the job before the next one is found.
mm.
Do you follow what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. It does. So actually, you know what? We should do something. I think we have time, right? We are only four. Wait a minute. Yeah, we started four, right? And it's
Mhm.
Yeah.
only four. So
Yes.
have we covered so much in 34 minutes?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll be done by five then. With AI, we could get so much done. Why to go for 1.5 hours? So I'd love to share. Okay, this is Gemini. Okay, and it's really got a lot of good stuff in here. It's got the new chats, explore gems. So I love these gems. What it does is it says experiment all these things, and you could tell your own prompts, it will remember here. You say, think like an attorney in, just to give you an example, right there over in Texas, a very accomplished real estate attorney. And this is our operating agreement. I fed the agreement and I said, I want us to have some clauses added to this operating agreement. Where should they go so that we are protected as the general partners of this special purchase? You know what? Within seconds, Gemini went through it. It read the whole document, by the way, 35 pages or 60 pages, whatever, and said, at this place, you should insert this, copy paste it here. Wow. Literally, that's what this did right over here somewhere. But let's just go here to new chat. What should we say? We are talking about how will AI, Franco, what would you say, brother? Tell me, how will AI affect
Yeah.
to the positive ways or negative ways? Positively, okay, or negatively, huh? Negatively, the marketplace, the workforce,
The workforce.
work,
Yeah.
the workforce, and the marketplace, and the market. Please give, pros and cons, Please give the pros and cons and the projected. It doesn't say you can ask them questions like what you should ask them. You say projected, then they answer better. Projected outcome, will be to the employment rate, employment rate and the earning power, wages, maybe wages to the workers. Any other things should we say? Workers.
What should investors keep their eyes on?
It says over
The
here,
marketplace continues to change.
Yeah, okay. What will AI? Oh no, I say wrong sentence. How will AI affect positively or negatively? Not to the positively or negatively the workforce. Workforce might be one word maybe in this case, and the marketplace in job creation or extinction.
Yeah.
Extinction. That will be one thing. Please, okay, I'll just say here, please give the pros and cons and the projected outcome of, will be projected outcome of this effect. These effects, I don't know if that's a good word, of the outcome, outcomes in the employment in the employment rate and wages to the work. Let's just try that.
Hi friends, this is Vinney Chopra from here in Danville, California, and you might be saying, hey Vinney, what are these over here? You know, I wrote this book a few years back, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon, very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening, 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children, and the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My third book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor, go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. Printed means digital if you can't afford it, but I would highly recommend for you to get these or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really, educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education.
Yeah.
See what it
Well, it sounds to me like the way you were phrasing the operating agreement, lawyers are going to have a little less work thanks to
Oh my
AI.
gosh, I'm telling you, brother, there
I
will
use
be
it too.
there will be so much shortage of like it will be somebody told me, Vinny, attorneys are using the same software.
Yeah.
Wow.
They say they are using so that they can then double check it. Is this the right answer or not? Because what I fed in within less than a minute, 30 seconds, it gave me every place throughout the document where to go, what section to add, and copy paste it there. I couldn't believe it. It was totally mind blowing. Then I might have mentioned it to you. One of our K1 got messed up last year for one of my property I sold in Melbourne, Florida, actually, Ella, your way. Princeton Park, we bought it for 35 million, sold for 42 million or something. So what happened was we changed CPAs because the CPAs one shut down or something happened. The next one in 5 or 6 years, we had 3 CPAs. When they took the basis, they did something wrong. That last year, the capital gain was very high. Wow. Like $100,000 investor got 90,000 capital gain. How can that be possible?
Wow.
So I put 5 or 6 years of whole tax return into this one, Gemini, and gave the prompt that there is something wrong because the K1s are wrong for 2024 by so much amount, but we know we changed by not choice, but we had to 3 different CPA firms. Within 1 minute or 30 seconds, it found the problem.
Oh.
It found the problem. Going through all these 1,500 pages returns, it went through all of them. And then 6 of them, by the way, five of them. And then it told us where it went wrong, from what CPA to what year. They did not put down the cost segregation, 8.5 million. They missed it.
That's a big slip.
8.5 million, they missed it. And that's showing up as a capital gain. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we're going to fix it. We're going to revise the thing and everything. But let's look at it here. The integration. Oh, let's just make it bigger. Command plus. And then can I reduce it down somehow? Maybe I can. Oh, yeah. There we go. So what is it saying? Integration of artificial intelligence into workforce creates paradox. It's simultaneously a powerful engine for economic growth and significant source of disruption also. Major institutions like Goldman Sachs, World Economic Forum, WEF, and IMF generally project that while AI will displace millions of specific roles, it will likely result in a net positive or net neutral number of jobs in the long run.
The long
term.
run. Yeah, that's
Long
what I'm
term.
saying. It's going to go quick and then you got to
Yeah.
catch up to it, but it's going to be there's going to be this window where it's not
Bullet.
good.
Yeah.
Full results
Bloodbath.
until after.
You got it. You got it. Pros and cons. Oh, let's see. You want to take us through this? Yeah. Would you? Franco, you could take it through the slide or
I can't really read it. I'm working off
oh
my
you can.
phone.
Okay, phone. Okay. Anybody's on the laptop or no? No. So let's
The
just say
phone, Vinny.
mostly phones. Productivity booms. AI automates repetitive, low value tasks, data entry, of course, scheduling, allowing creation of new industries, entirely new categories, prompt engineers, AI assists, data curators, all that. Lower barrier to entry. AI tools like Copilot and Chat can junior right there. Negative is displacement of white collar workers, unlike previous industrial revolutions that might have hit the manual labor, but this time it's different. AI disproportionately affect the skills gap crisis. That's a big one. I know everybody's talking about one should learn AI. Try to learn as much as you can because every job will require that. The speed of AI adoption is faster than the speed of retaining it, retraining. Then wage polarization gains may flow disproportionately to those who own the AI and highly skilled workers who leverage it. So their wages will go higher. And economic growth, Goldman Sachs predicts, drives 7% of the GDP globally. I wonder what year it will happen and what all that. And loss of entry level roles. Oh, look at that. As
Mm.
the AI automates junior tasks, drafting, emails, basic coding, young workers may lose their training ground. Needed
Oh.
to build. Yeah. Then job creation, extension, talk about marketplace shift, job extension, high risk, administrative, clerical, all that. And then job creation will be related to tech, AI and tech. There are a lot of companies they are trying to teach also, and all these popping up institutions to teach AI and tech specialists human centric role, and then green economy and the advanced manufacturing. Projected outcomes, employment rate growth, employment rates projections, the net positive prediction, 85 million jobs. Look at that. Wow. The World
Woo.
Economic predicts that this AI will displace. You were right, Franco. Look at that. So many jobs, 85 million jobs, but create 97 million new ones. So net
Wow.
effect will be positive. But these extinction will be different kind, and these new ones will be different kind. Of course,
Mm.
different experience, different knowledge base, and all that. The friction period, Goldman Sachs warns a potential short-term spike in unemployment. That's very little. What he's talking about? That's nothing. Unemployment going up by 1%.
I don't know if AI is going to rat itself out and tell everyone how
Mm,
bad it's going to be right away either.
yeah.
But that paradox is what I was referring to the gap. There's going to be
Yes.
that gap on when those new jobs hit. That's
Yes.
why it's
Yes.
like owning property or multifamily or the
Yeah.
healthcare, the resident. It's so important to get in on that because
Yeah.
you own
Different.
something,
You
right? It's
own. That's
AI
right.
can't own property.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to automate, that's going to make productivity, efficiency higher. But having a hard asset that you own and the stream of income is coming, that is going to be like replacing the wage for
Yeah.
many people.
And
Yeah.
even if they don't pay with the dollar later because there's inflation, they're going to pay you with Bitcoin or whatever, right? They'll
Yeah.
pay you with
Right.
something.
Right.
So you might as well have some kind of hard asset.
Totally makes sense. The productivity premium, workers who successfully adopt AI tools are projected to see wage increases. Studies suggest that AI can improve individual workers' performance by 40%. And I can vouch for it. I'm sure all of us can
Yeah.
vouch. It
Mm.
used to take me so long to read articles and this. And now I say, could you summarize my whole email with very bullet points? It's all in Gemini. And tell me any most important things and go ahead and make appointments and everything. It does everything for you now. Right now it's doing it. And then it asks, tell me about this whole article in 500 words, what it's trying to imply. So you could give some good prompts and you could get that. Wage stagnation or displaced, that's another one right there. AI can do 80% of the work if the risk of wage suppression. Wow. Income inequality, the IMF warns that AI could worsen inequality in high income countries. Roughly 60% of jobs are exposed to AI. Wow. Wow. Summary table, the projected shift metrics. Oh, 25. So next 25 years, if we live that long, we might be able to see. Oh, no, 5
No,
years.
it's
Hold
five
on.
years.
I read 50 here. No, 25 to 25 years. Wow. So we'll be alive. Yes. Volatile, but stable. Increase wages and risk of decline wages right there with the low and mid class, and then efficiency driven.
I'd also be, I mean, isn't Musk coming up with robots too? So
Yes.
that
Oh,
manual labor might not be in the next 3 to 5 years, but
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
in like 10.
How will robots, robots change the above? If we just say that, let's see what it says.
Yeah.
How will robots change the above? It's going to look at this. The mind blowing thing is it's going through so many places, so many different. If I ask it, tell me what websites, it will tell me those too.
It's changed so much since you first introduced this to us. What it
Yeah.
was a year and a half ago when you started
Yeah.
saying, look at ChatGPT. Now it's so much more advanced in a year than it was.
Totally, totally. I fully agree with you. Fully agree. Look at that. Now it's the robots, embodied AI. So it's AI in a body and positive. Somebody was telling me today. I interviewed Damien Lupo today, and he's got Frame Tech company, AI framing company, wooden,
Yeah.
and the wooden is also compressed wood with some resin in it. It's 4 times stronger than the regular studs and everything and outside wood. And they build the home in one day.
One
The
day.
whole single family home is built in one day,
Yeah.
literally. And I interviewed him today, so that episode will be coming out in about a week or 2 weeks. But anyway, the key thing is I got partners now with Damien. I'm bringing him some of my contacts and all, so that there can be so much not wastage. I don't mind if you guys have time, because I interviewed today. I'm so fresh in what he explained to me. And since we are talking about it, it's called Frame Tech. Frame EEC. That's my brother. Damien Lupo actually has been a very good friend. He's the founder of EQRP. Remember the 401k plan? He's the inventor of that. And this is the one revolutionizing framing. Could you all see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
New techniques building America's future 4 times faster with 99% less job site waste. This is killer. Right now, 30% waste of the wood cut and everything goes bad and into dumpsters. Then it has to be hauled away. But with them, building the whole thing cut to precision in their fact, it just goes to the site and just putting things together and it's built in one day.
So
The
they're
own
actively doing it right now.
right now. Oh yeah, Phoenix, Arizona, right there. Their
Wow.
factory, four times faster construction, 10 times better quality because of sturdiness and everything, and 99% less job site waste. So they have just 1% waste. That's it. That's it. The crisis in the real, which is, we talked about this one today, 160 billion is lost in value, material overage, cutting mistakes, and site inefficiencies, cost developers and the contractors over 160 billion is lost. 600 million every year, I think it's every year, tons of construction waste is construction industry produces over 600 tons of waste every year, more than double the total municipal waste. And then
Wow.
project delays are norm. People not coming and this and contractors and all. With this one, when you have all these materials there and you are framing in one day and everything, then everybody can come, plumbing, this, that, and they pre-cut all the sockets, all the wiring, everything is all done by AI. Precision, total precision. And then severe labor shortage, which is big one, remember, because of all these, a lot of people don't want to, and they labor is expensive and they don't want to be on the roof in this summer or high temperatures, things like that. So what they have done is through AI manufacturing robotics. So they are robots who cut these pieces, precision to this drawings right there. Architectural drawings are fed into the machines, and now the robots are able to cut them, and they work in teams. He was explaining today. There are several robots in the factory, and they all work in teams so that the same house, some portions are built here, some are built here, some are built here. Then they are all going down there to the main and then get loaded into the trucks.
Who's ordering the homes? Is it like builders or is it people?
Builders, single family homes, all these people, all kinds of people,
All
brother.
types of different buyers.
Yeah,
So you're
right.
just buying the land. You could buy the land and go call these guys or go online and order
That's
your
it.
house.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
they're in Arizona or all over the US already?
Okay, they are trying to build 2 more plants. But this one is in Arizona, right there. I think north of near Flagstaff. Yeah.
About 2 months ago, they did a special on 60 Minutes that went through
Yeah.
that entire process.
Did they?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, go check it out. Go check 60 Minutes
Oh
out.
my
Yeah.
gosh. And I'm also flying to Dallas. My other partners who are very excited and they have lands and all, they do the same thing in galvanized steel. So the AI cuts galvanized steel, which is very light, what I understand, and very strong. My COO went there, Carlos went there 2 weeks back, 3 weeks back, and my partner Jag, we bought Marriott with. Daryl, brother Daryl knows
Mm-hmm.
they both went to that factory. It's near north of Dallas, my partners, and they were totally floored. They have done construction of hotels, both of them, Carlos and Jack, for 25 years. 25 years. They were totally blown away. They said that this steel structure is precisely cut with everything ready to go, and the hotels can be built in half the time, and everything is shipped to the site. And I'm very excited about that one. Both sides. It's so mind blowing that I have my very good friends, both sides. One is doing steel and one is doing the for this framework, wooden framework, pressed wood. It's a compact wood, fresh pressed wood, not like the one you buy, like planks and things like that. They're bent boards and all that. This is all done by, this is reinforced wood, and it's much better for mildew and other things and all that. So I'm just a student. I just want to make sure that we are on the cutting edge to be able to do all that. All right, it's almost time. What else can we talk the last few minutes?
Vinny, this is Pramod. If you allow me
Yes,
2 minutes, right? I am
please.
not surprised at all with the pace with which AI is taking over the things. My
Yes.
perspective is also AI, right? The dark factories in China where there is no light and there are manufacturing happenings, like millions of phones are manufactured every day with
Yeah.
no human, right? So meaning all robots. So the
Hmm.
robots were also earlier there as earlier also, but they didn't have the AI. Now AI
Hmm.
means brain, right? All you are doing is you are just feeding them. They can
Yeah.
learn so fast, right? Day
Hmm.
one they start learning, day 30 they become expert, right? So
Yes.
for us human, regardless of whatever skills you develop, you'll never be able to compete with AI, right? So
Yes.
whether you
Yes.
try to learn new skills to get a job, your job will be
Hmm.
replaced. Even to an extent, doctors, right? After some years, maybe a medical field will be revamped so much that
Yeah.
10% of the doctors will be really required, right? Rest,
Yeah. Yeah.
rest 90% will be all AI, right? The same thing happens with in any industry, right? Unless until
Yeah.
there is a touch therapy where you need a human touch, I think
Yeah.
those jobs will be replaced completely.
Yeah.
Years,
Hmm.
10 years, 5 to 10 years are going to be absolute bloodbath because
Mm.
70-80% of the jobs are completely gone from big companies like Google and Meta. And what is
Hmm.
happening is those jobs are not being replaced by somebody else. It is replaced by AI. So
AI.
Mm.
Hmm.
what happened to all these people who were doing program management, who were doing testing, who were doing coding, right? They're all
Hmm.
taken over. At this point, I can have my AI who can attend 50 meetings
Yeah.
in the same time, and they can give me a summary that in all 15 meetings these are the 5 bullet points that you take over and you take decision based on that. So you,
Yeah.
Vinny, you can run 50 meetings like this,
Yeah.
right, with the help of your AI agent without hiring anybody.
So true. So true. Now, what you're saying, Pramod, is so true. And
Yeah,
the problem comes not just with the people losing job, it's a ripple effect.
ripple
Ripple
effect,
effect
yes.
into
That's why
housing,
I'm
into
saying bloodbath,
services.
right? In next 5 years, most of the people will have no job. They will not be able to pay even your rent, right? Even if you think that I'll buy
That's,
property, keep it, right?
that's,
But they have
mm,
no, and slowly government will rise up to it, and they will think that, oh my God, there is a chaos out there. So they will start building some programs. But until that time, you need a survival mechanism to survive in this kind of hardship, right? And that's why I'm calling it bloodbath, because nobody knows what will happen to all these 70-80% of the people, and they are all the smartest people, mind it, right? Being a blue worker job that is already going in one day, if you are building a single family home, Think about millions and millions of
How
construction
many
workers.
people? Yeah.
So,
No, that's it's
yeah,
alarming. It's definitely, I
it's
don't know about 5 years, but you're right. It's going to happen. And
they are
hopefully,
saying that even if
yeah.
you are just learning AI skill, don't learn, because next year it will become obsolete and AI will
Mm,
replace you. So they are saying that today you will replace a
mm.
guy who doesn't know AI, but next year you will be replaced by AI itself.
Oh, wow.
There is
Wow.
no point learning any AI skill. Every day there is a AI tool that is coming in the market, because
Interesting.
AI is
Interesting.
building its own language. AI is learning so much that it can give you instantly something. You ask them, they will give you. And you are talking about Chat GPT, Gemini, Grok, and
Yeah.
other things. They are not even AI.
Yeah.
They are just sitting on top of. Gemini is better than Chat GPT because
Yeah.
Gemini sits on Google, Chat GPT is on Bing, right?
Uh-huh.
So their data is widespread, and that's why Gemini gives a better result
Better.
than the
Mhm.
Chat GPT. But regardless, these AI tools, where I don't know whether you have used Lovable. Vinny,
Oh,
your
yeah. Lovable.
Lovable is such
No,
a
I've not
great tool
used
for all
it.
PPT.
Yeah,
You have
PPTs,
used that?
it's amazing. And
Oh
Gamma.
my God.
GAMMA is another one.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is, yeah. And graphics, Nano Banana.
Oh my
That
God. Oh my God. You can be.
Gemini has come. It's mind blowing.
It's
Totally
mind blowing.
mind
So,
blowing.
so we are in a very different world today, okay? And
Yeah.
that's why I think that people are saying that anybody who has a product itself or
Yeah.
who becomes a product, those are the people, we call it generalists, who have some kind of idea of a problem statement, and they
Mhm.
are somehow in a situation to solve a problem. Those are the people who will always be in demand, or they
Yeah.
will have a job, or they will have some kind of a product that they can provide services through. But other than that, most of the other people, I don't know what will happen for next at least 5
See,
years,
that's,
10 years.
that really gives me something to ponder upon. And maybe next session, we should talk about ownership. We should talk about being an entrepreneur. We
Yeah.
should talk about owning a franchise where you are your own boss. See,
Product, yes.
if you are your own boss, you're not employed by a corporation,
Yeah.
then you have a security of living your life to the fullest. This is something we should talk about. And I think that will really get that going, where we are able to provide bigger, better services, but we are the boss. And AI will help us to run our business efficiently. So that's a good thing. Yeah,
They're saying that one person can build $1 billion business.
$1 billion. I read it. I
Wow.
read the
You read it,
thing.
right?
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
one person. You don't need to
1%.
hire anybody. Yeah.
Anybody
1
at
billion.
all.
Yeah.
$1 billion revenue or valuation of the company, I
Valuation,
heard. Yeah. Wow. Let's drop it at that beautiful note. But let's join again next. It's good to have 1 hour. We'll keep it 1 hour. I'm going to say that also in the chat, so that we'll just meet for 1 hour and let's just progress and make this 2026 the best year. Huh? All right.
Vinny,
Thank
this is
you.
the first 7 days of the year.
Yes.
We've got
You know-
51 more, right?
51 more. As the first 7 days go, so goes the year sometime, right?
Yeah,
As
that's
the
right.
first week of the month goes, so goes the rest 3 weeks. So I think it's fabulous to really look at where we are, penetrate what is the next goal, right? And where we want to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. See you all next week. Thank you for joining. Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah,
God
thanks,
bless.
Vinny.
Thank
Bye,
you,
guys.
everybody.
Dear friends, this is Vinney Chopra. I am so glad you're listening to the episode. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that. Please share it with others who can really benefit also. Can I ask you a favor? Just a small favor. Less than a minute, if you could give 5-star reviews on iTunes or Stitcher, that'll go a long way. We are one of the top podcasts in real estate now in the nation, but it will really help a lot if you gave 5-star reviews, and we'll bring a lot more great content for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, and see you in the next episode. God bless you. Bye-bye. Wow, what an incredible conversation today. I hope you got tons of value from this episode. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media to stay updated on all the things real estate, investing, abundance mindset, and wealth creation. If you're an accredited investor looking for exclusive investment opportunities, be sure to join our elite Monil Investors Club at vinneychopra.com/invest, where we share details of our future projects. quick disclaimer, we are not selling any securities, and this podcast is strictly for educational and information purposes only. The opinions shared by our guests are their own and should not be considered financial or investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and consult with a financial professional before making any investment decisions. Thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, keep smiling, keep investing, and keep making a massive impact. God bless you.